Hello, hello. Today I'm reviewing a movie for Harry Movie Club. And this week he asked us to watch the 1986 film Highlander, starring Christopher Lambert. All this month we're doing movies that either were remade, about to be remade, or in this case, someday might be remade. Christopher Lambert, what do you think about the possibility of this movie being remade?
Do you think that franchise could be reinvigorated for a modern audience?
I've been hearing it for 5 years. Uh, never saw a script.
And would he want to be in a remake?
If it's a wink to the audience, yeah, for the fun of it.
Right.
If it's a real part, no, I don't think so.
That interview is back in September. I'll put the whole thing down in the description. The last casting news was 2 years ago tomorrow. They said that Ryan Reynolds was going to be in it, but who knows. But now, on to the original. The movie starts off with a guy watching a wrestling match featuring the Tonga Kid, who's been in 2 movies. The other one is Body Slam, which I reviewed down in the description. Anyways, the guy's spidey sense goes off, and he goes into the parking garage, where he has a sword fight and chops a dude's head off, causing lightning and all sorts of cool stuff. He apparently isn't very good at getting away with this, because the police find him and interview him right away. The pathologist, CSI woman, she finds a sword on the premises that was used to chop the head off that's worth $1 million. And finds shards of another sword in the wall that shouldn't exist. It was made with technology that wouldn't exist for another 1,000 years. We get to find out what happened, though, through flashbacks. This movie is about 70-80% flashbacks. He used to be a Highlander and was killed in battle in a dumb way that makes no sense. He's like, somebody fight me, and the guy all dressed in black just walks up, stabs him, and he never fights back, dies. He comes back to life, everyone's convinced that he's possessed by the devil, and kicks him out of the clan. 5 years later, he's in the middle of having sex with his girlfriend, and Senor Cockblock himself, Sean Connery, shows up and tells him he's immortal. He has to learn how to fight because one day all of the immortal people like him will be called to one spot and forced to duel it out with one winner that gains all the power. And if the bad guy, the Kurgan, gets all the power, he'll use it to destroy the world. This movie doesn't really explain how immortality works, but I will. Some people are just born immortal. And if you die a violent death, then your immortality power is unlocked. And whatever age you are at that death is the age you are forever. Until someone chops off your head. The head chopping off thing works well in this because they only show the first part of the power transfer throughout the entire movie. They just show the body being lit up, and then at the end we get to see the whole thing. We get to see what all these witnesses were describing that we never got to hear or see before. So that part was done really well. When you chop off another immortal's head, you gain their powers. When you're close to another immortal, the quickening is this spidey sense type thing you get to know that someone nearby is also immortal and has unlocked their immortal powers. We find out a lot about his life through flashbacks. There was a young girl they saved during World War II that's now his secretary. Seeing as how this movie's 1986, only puts her in her late 40s. She wants to hook up with him, but Sean Connery's voice keeps coming in his head, telling him not to. But he doesn't listen when it comes to CSI woman, so we get to see naked Roxanne Hart. Overall, I do really like this movie. It's still pretty good. Has some good acting, has some great ideas in Naked Roxanne Hart. But the problem with this movie is that the ending ruins all sequel potential. It ends the movie. It makes it so that nothing more can happen. so they had to ruin this movie in order to make sequels, which was fine. This movie, the ending shouldn't have happened. It was a much better intro to a TV show than it ever was a movie. I loved the TV show. It was really enjoyable and was able to explain a lot more of the rules and why things happen. I do like the movie. I'm not sure a remake is coming anytime soon, but it might in a couple years. Yeah, watch it. It's still really fun. It's enjoyable. It creates but then destroys its own world, so you might want to ignore the last 30 seconds if you plan on watching anything else in this series. This was a review for Harry Movie Club. Watch the movie, hashtag it with hashtag Harry Movie Club. He'll find it, put it in his review on Tuesday, and announce the next film. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't lose your head.